Hey everyone, my name is Amal and you're watching Newsbreak. Let's see what's making news. The first movie to actually be shot in space. The winners for the Nobel Prize in Physics. And a lamb, a very, very cute lamb. But before we get started, there's a red button, it says subscribe. You should hit it, it's great. Now, I'm sure you've seen plenty of movies set in space. But have you ever seen a movie actually filmed in space? The answer is no, because that's never happened before, until now.
Yes, you'd normally say 3, 2, 1, liftoff, but this is more like lights, camera, action. Because this Russian spacecraft's mission is to shoot scenes for a new film called The Challenge, which will be the first feature film shot in outer space. Tom Cruise was hoping to win that space race with a film he wants to shoot in space, but I guess that's now mission impossible. Anyway, the crew safely arrived at the International Space Station yesterday, which will be the set for the film. But with such a small crew, they're all going to have to do some extra jobs. The main actor, Yulia Peresild, a star amongst the stars, you might say, will also be the costume designer and makeup artist. Not sure how she's going to go doing her hair in low gravity, though. Director Klim Shipenko will also shoot the film. And veteran Russian astronaut Anton Shkaplerov, who went up to oversee the mission, will also be acting in the movie as an astronaut. Easy to get into character, I guess. They'll also have some help from the crew already aboard the ISS. The film crew had 3 months of training to prepare, which included things like rigorous medical tests, learning the basics of space survival, and training in zero gravity. They'll now spend 12 days on the space station putting it into practice and making movie magic.
This year's Nobel Prize in Physics has been awarded to not 1, not 2, but 3 scientists. The 3 winners have been recognised as making significant contributions to our understanding of climate science. Half of the award will be shared between Shukuro Manabe and Klaus Hasselmann, whose work in the 60s and 70s laid the foundation for what we know about the Earth's climate and how humans influence it. The other half has been awarded to Yulia Peresild for his discovery of hidden patterns in disordered complex materials. Over in the US, cleanup is underway after a massive oil spill off the coast of California. On the weekend, around 572,000 litres of oil leaked into the Pacific Ocean just south of Los Angeles. The spill is believed to have come from a leak in an underwater pipe from an offshore oil rig. Authorities have described the spill as an environmental catastrophe, causing huge problems for wildlife. Now to an unusual pet that's been brightening up people's day in Melbourne. Zeus the orphan lamb has switched farm life to city life, and he's been a massive hit with locals. Here's Liv.
Meet Zeus. He's the fluffy and friendly little lamb frolicking through the streets of Melbourne, bringing a bit of cheer during lockdown.
I try to take him out on lunch break time so that everyone kind of has a nice little thing to look forward to.
His owner, Amber, adopted him after he was orphaned on her family's farm.
He was just sitting there by himself, looking a bit upset.
So Amber, who just so happens to be studying to become a vet, thought, why not bring him to the heart of Melbourne?
We live in the city, so we thought, why not bring him here? I mean, it's easy. He gets to meet all the people here, everyone gets to meet him, and then everyone gets to smile. I don't know how I would have gotten through lockdown without him, honestly. He just follows me around everywhere. You know, I put him on a little leash, and he just kind of loves it.
But, as you can imagine, there have been some challenges when it comes to raising a lamb in the city.
As long as he's wearing a nappy inside, because he is not toilet trained.
Something that won't be a problem when he gets too big for the city and heads back to the farm to live with the other woolies. Until then, he's making the most of the city life and the pats and cuddles that come with it.
Finally, it's time to meet Lea Zoo, a 14-year-old violinist who's striking a chord with audiences across the globe. Lea has been playing the violin since she was 4 years old. But it's a lot more than just a hobby. She's now performed in more than 20 countries.
I'm just travelling around the world and then at school just like a normal schoolgirl.
Now Lea's joined these guys, the London Mozart Players, who, if you didn't know, are the UK's longest established chamber orchestra. And at 14, she'll be their youngest ever artist in residence.
I believe that if you love something, you should do it. Just love what you do and do what you love.
Well, now it's time for me to bow out, but before I do, why don't you hit that subscribe button and we'll catch you tomorrow.